Hi everyone. I've had requests to talk about how to start and stop a dry fast to prepare. So what I normally do is I will hydrate for 3 to 7 days. It down regulates your aldosterone before beginning. Not usually scientific, but there you go. When you pull back on the water, the dry fast, the fat will just fall away. But what you want to do is really take the time to hydrate every 30 minutes, 16 ounces. This gives you the sprinkler effect. Then you want to eat beets and arugula. They're the highest nitrate foods. So it helps you lower hydrogen peroxide. That causes your hair to gray and also rapidly ages you. So you're kind of reversing that. So if you drink arugula and beet juice daily before and after the dry fast, it's very effective. They're, like I said, the highest natural sources of nitrates that convert bacteria in the saliva to nitric oxide. The other thing you want to do is you want to alkalize. So you do apple cider vinegar, lemon, and baking soda. This helps you not get kidney stones. It also helps with gallstones because you do not want to have that during a dry fast. It's also going to help with the toxic hydrogen peroxide being released. It alkalizes, and it's just a good place to reset. If you're already in a stress state before the dry fast, you want to drive that cortisol down, and it's going to be pretty high if you're already stressed. And so you really want to work with your pH level. The baking soda, I do about 3/4 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon daily, raises the pH. You want to check your urine. It should be around 7 pH. I just do it in a cup with apple cider vinegar. This combo is really good at killing the bacteria that can be harmful in your gut. So that's another benefit. And it's also been shown, the apple cider vinegar has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar. It improves your heart health, and it can actually keep you satisfied, keep you from breaking your fast, and it can also give you extra energy, which is definitely a bonus. I usually use Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I put a cup of warm water. Personally, I like to do a tablespoon. Some people like more or less, and I just mix it in there. You want to pour your water last because it'll start foaming. And again, it's just a natural way to treat kidney stones. It also increases the stomach acids. This helps new stones from forming. It improves your digestion. It can help reduce pain and inflammation. I know one of the things, inflammation and pain can be one of the indicators of kidney stones. It also has a cleansing effect on the kidney and liver, which in certain dry fasts I've had throbbing in the liver and the kidneys, so this can help with that as well. The inflammation, lowering that will help. I've had extreme aching in some of the dry fasts, especially the original or the first ones. On a last note, you want to remember that the fat around your organs goes first, and the belly fat is one of the last to go. So if you go into a dry fast and you want to lose belly fat, you start becoming really impatient. I would just suggest be gentle with yourself, and just knowing that the fat around the organs are going to go first. You can feel shifting around. What I mean by that is I noticed that my pants were feeling different. When you lose that fat around the organs, sometimes they'll be able to shift and get into a more natural space. And so you can subtly feel that sometimes, like something has changed inside. So don't panic. Know that that's a good thing. To stop the dry fast is I break it. I will drink the apple cider vinegar, baking soda, lemon to break it. And then I will normally have, there's this cactus water, that I like to get, or a coconut water. I will personally, I like doing that a few hours after the apple cider and baking soda. I might even get a big one and drink that the rest of the day. If I'm really, really hungry, I will break it with that, and then I will have some vegetable broth. And then the next day, I'll start eating the arugula and beets, or juicing the arugula and beets again. So I kind of reverse the way that I went into it. And then I'll start hydrating with water. Again, you want to do the sprinkler effect with the water for 3 to 7 days. And what I do is I actually set a timer every 30 minutes. And I'll have a 16-ounce glass there. I'll fill it up, and then I'll drink it every 30 minutes. And when you start doing this, you'll realize how you're not getting hydrated that frequently. And the thing that it does is it's a sprinkler effect. It's like when you water your lawn, the sprinkler is better because it sinks and soaks in if you have a sprinkler going for longer periods of time, instead of just going out and just drenching it all at once. And then you have a huge puddle in your lawn instead of it actually being able to sink and soak in. So sprinkler effect, you'll notice it after you do one day of drinking 16 ounces every 30 minutes. You'll notice that you are actually feeling hydrated, probably maybe for the first time. So what I used to do is I would wait all day, realize I hadn't had water, and then I would drink a gallon. Not the same, because a lot of that you'll just go to the bathroom and it's gone. So 3 days minimum, and I would actually say 7 days of doing the sprinkler. But definitely, if you're just doing 3 days, you need to be doing the sprinkler effect, because it'll be really hard if you go into a dry fast dehydrated. And then once you're in it, it's too late. And I've had to, excuse me, I've had to break a dry fast because I didn't do the hydration in the right way. And so I believe those are the most important parts for preparing. I would say those are crucial. If you want to introduce herbs and supplements before, that would be just a choice that you make. I just feel like it's very, very important to get the sugar out of your system, which you can do just by hydrating for a few days. If you feel like you've had a lot of sugar, or you tend to hold on to sugar in the body, I would suggest working out really hard. You can do HIIT training in the days that you're hydrating, just to be on the safe side, because again, you don't want to go into a dry fast with a lot of sugar or insulin or glycogen storage in your body. That makes it very difficult. The other thing that I know some people have done is, if they feel like they have candida overgrowth or parasites or anything like that, I have heard of people doing parasite cleanses before hydrating. Give themselves that extra prep time to really get their body clean. Obviously, you want to eat a vegetarian diet as close to the dry fast as possible. The first time I did it, I did a master cleanse, which is lemon water, cayenne pepper. Then I went to alkaline soups, and then vegetable juices, and then hydrated and dry fast. It's really just your preference, listening to your body, and going from there. The reason I would suggest, if you feel called to do a candida or parasite cleanse, is because on my very first dry fast, I actually had something. It must have been a parasite, but I had something. It was a lump that formed at the base of my like shoulder blade, and it moved up to right like behind my ear. It moved and it hurt. And at first I thought it was a swollen gland, but when it moved and I could feel it moving, it freaked me out. And I did some reading on it, and pretty sure it was some sort of parasite. And that's really scary when it's heading up toward your brain, because I've heard horror stories about brain parasites and how hard it is to get rid of them. So anyway, I was very lucky that the dry fast actually eliminated it, and I was able to eliminate it just naturally. But just in case someone has, a more severe parasite, you can use herbs and do a full-on parasite cleanse before you actually start. So it's just a matter of listening to your own needs, your own intuition, and what you're feeling called to do, or what you feel like you might need, is normally what you need to listen to. So, okay, those are the tips and what I know about preparing for a dry fast and breaking a dry fast. And I hope this has been helpful. Be sure and subscribe to my YouTube. I will put some other videos below on dry fasting if you'd like to hear a little more.